Good. Well, today is Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. Update for Thursday the 6th. All right, let's go. Well, as far as new setups, no new setups tonight. There's a couple of shorts here to catch my eye. I'll show you them in 1 second. I sort of would like for the overall market to pull back a little further, get off that oversold area. Also, I'd like for some of these shorts to pull back a little deeper, too. Ideally, it's okay to trade a shallow pullback, but ideally you want the overall market to not be oversold. Now flesh it out in just 1 second. In fact, let's do all that right now. A little bit of a bounce in CCL, not enough to get excited about. This stock looks like a stock that remains in a lot of trouble. So here are some of the shorts we're talking about. I think if you had to go with one, this TARS looks like it could be in lots of trouble. It doesn't have a lot of support for a while. A lot of shorts I'm seeing tonight do have a little support underneath them. But let's see how the market shakes out a little bit, and let's see if some of these shorts can pull back a little bit further before going after them. One long in here tonight, but I'm just not that excited about going after this particular one. It just doesn't excite me a whole lot. Let's take a look at the overall market, and then let's drill down a little bit, flesh out some of these things a little further. First of all, S&P 500, nice little bounce there. It didn't take out yesterday's high, though. I'd like to see it bounce, obviously, and keep on bouncing. Bow ties are in downtrend proper order. But the good news is we did bounce a little bit off the bottom of this range, but certainly not enough to get excited about just yet. But at least the market's not continuing to come unglued. At least I know it's one day, but it's better than the poke in the eye, right? Take a look at the NASDAQ, up about 1.5%. It did manage to get past yesterday's high. Both time moving averages are in downtrend proper order. Speaking of that, let's take a look at the Qs really quick. The Qs, you can see, it didn't take out this high. Technically, they are a bow tie setup. Ideally, with the bow tie, you want to see a higher high and a higher low. So this is just a higher low. So it didn't quite take out that high again. So on any additional rally above this prior high, obviously that would be Tuesday's high. Then, of course, this would complete that setup. Let's take a look at the Rusty. A little bit of a bounce, not enough to get excited about. I know, 1%, but still, you can see the pretty serious slide remains in place. And that was an inside day today. ETHA share is doing really well, so that's a good thing that at least the rest of the world is doing okay at this juncture. Usually, we're the dog that wags the tail. I guess it's the way you would put it, instead of just the opposite. As I've said on nauseam, a lot of these areas that took off have come all the way back in to where they've taken off from, such as gaming and cyber computing. Robotics would be another one. Robotics actually took out the bottom of the range. A little bit of a bounce there, but nothing to get excited about just yet. Euro is rallying, so that's interesting. So that's put a little pressure on the dollar. Now, that will help the commodities out. So notice that gold caught a bit of a bid today. Gold stocks actually did better than gold overall, so that's kind of interesting, beginning to rally out of a pullback. So maybe we'll see some setups again there fairly soon. A lot of areas like the banks, you can see still around their old prior lows in here, just actually into the lower today. These are regional banks, but let's take a look at banks overall. Yeah, Flatsville, I thought one of them bounced. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But anyway, you can see that found a little support at the recent lows, but that's not enough to get excited about. Let's take a look at the financials. A little bit of a bounce there. I wouldn't get too excited just yet. We've got some shorter term overhead supply to deal with, so that's nothing to get, again, excited about just yet. Jets, bit of a bounce. You can see the moving averages are in downtrend proper order. A lot of areas have this rollover look to them, so that's one thing to be obviously cognizant. Take a look at mags. A little bit of a bounce there, but certainly not enough to get excited about just yet. Obviously, the rollover remains in place there too. Major drugs resuming their rally, so that's one area that's doing okay. Health services would be another one of those areas that has improved as of late. Decent little opening gap reversal there, so that's pretty cool. By the way, silver joined in with gold today. Gold obviously looks a lot better than silver, but good to see silver waking up a little bit. Semiconductors, a little bit of a bounce, not enough to get excited about. We still have a mountain of overhead supply to get through there. So obviously, it's still super mixed out there and not a whole lot to get excited about just yet. On a continued bounce, provided we don't go straight back up, we'll see a plethora of shorts. So that'll be something for us to keep an eye out for. In the meantime, let's just take things one day at a time. Stop if you've heard that before. Everybody have a fantastic night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much.